Hello and welcome to DM classes. Welcome to another practice session on MCQs. So let us begin our discussion with the first article that has been taken from today's The Indian Express dated 7th of April 2026. The article mentions about the Finance Commission. So various constitutional and non-constitutional bodies form the core static syllabus in your exams. So let's begin by discussing few pointers regarding Finance Commission itself. So Finance Commission, it's a constitutional body which is mentioned under Article 280 of Indian Constitution, and this commission is appointed by the President of India after every 5 years, and the function of this is to recommend distribution of taxes. The function is to recommend distribution of taxes between center and states. This commission also suggests grants and aid to states under Article 275 of Constitution, and it advises on strengthening panchayats, municipalities after they were enacted in 73rd and 74th amendments. The point you should remember is that the recommendations that are given by this commission are only advisory in nature and they will not be binding on the government. So these are only advisory in nature. The commission comprises of chairman and 4 members, and it's the parliament that will determine the qualifications and selection of this chairman and the members of the Finance Commission. Coming to the main functions of this commission, the first is it provides for vertical devolution. Vertical devolution means, what will be the pool, what will be the amount of taxes that will be transferred from central pool of taxes to the states. These are all states, this is the center, and what amount will be transferred to the states from the central divisible pool of taxes. For example, this has been kept at 41% in 16th Finance Commission. So this is vertical devolution. It also provides for horizontal devolution among states. So for example, if this is UP, here it is Goa, UP will be getting more proportion. For example, due to UP's population, more population, this will be getting more proportion than Goa itself. So this is this is horizontal division of taxes. So this is horizontal devolution of taxes among states. This will be vertical devolution from center to center and states, and this is among the states itself. So coming to the other, it also provides grants in aid. How much grants in aid is to be transferred to the states. This is also provided by the commission itself. It also provides management for funding for state disaster response fund. This is also provided by this commission, and also provides grants to panchayats and municipalities. This commission suggests how much grants are to be transferred to the panchayats and municipalities. This is also the function of this commission. You should remember this. So the latest commission that has been constituted is the 16th Finance Commission. So under what article this is constituted? It's constituted under Article 280 of the Constitution, and 16th constituted in 2023. The chairman of this 16th Finance Commission is Arvind Panaragya. Should remember this factual information. And the period it will cover is from 2026 to 2031. Who appoints this commission? We have already seen this is President of India. It's not Prime Minister, it's not any other body. It is President of India. And the members you just saw from the previous page, members constitute chairman and 4 members. And also the nature of this commission is only advisory body. It's not binding. The recommendations that are provided by the Finance Commission, they will not be binding on the government. They are only advisory in nature. So if you can see some differences between 15th and 16th Finance Commission. you can easily see, there has been, income distance is the criteria, population is, demographic performance is there, which has been included only in 15th Finance Commission. This did not exist before the enactment of 15th Finance Commission. This was included in 15th Finance Commission. So the percentage here has been 10%. Weightage is 10%. Also area is there, forest is there, tax and fiscal efforts, contribution to GDP. Remember this point, contribution to GDP, it has been only included in 16th Finance Commission. Okay, so this much data you should remember, and this is a factual, should be remembering this data. So having discussed these things about the Finance Commission, let's now move on to the questions regarding Finance Commission itself. The first question is, consider the following statements about the 16th Finance Commission as we discussed it previous page. The question says, first statement says it was constituted in 2023. Yes, this statement is correct. As we just saw, this has been constituted in 2023. And the chairman is Arvind Panaragya. Yes, this statement is also correct, as we just saw from the previous page. The third statement says it will cover the period from 2026 to 31. Yes, this statement is also correct. So the question says which statements above are correct. The right answer to this question is answer D, that is 1, 2 and 3 are correct. Coming to the next question. The question says, consider the following statements. First statement says, Finance Commission is a constitutional body. It's constituted under Article 280 of the Constitution. As we just saw, this statement becomes correct. The second statement says it's appointed by the President of India. Yes, the statement is correct, as we just saw from the discussion. The third statement says its recommendations are binding on the government. No, we saw it is not binding. This is only an advisory. The recommendations are only advisory. These are not binding on the government. So this statement becomes incorrect. So the correct statement to this is only 1 and 2 statements are correct. Coming to the next question regarding the Finance Commission. The question says, consider the following statements. Finance Commission is a constitutional body. Yes, this is mentioned under Article 280 of the Constitution. This becomes correct. The second statement says it's constituted after 5 years. Yes, President constitutes it after every 5 years. This statement is also correct. The third statement says it prepares union budget. No, the function of this commission is not to prepare the union budget, but you saw it's a devolution of taxes between center and states. So the statement becomes incorrect. The question says which of the statements given above are correct. The answer to this question is only 1 and 2 statements are correct. So let's now move on to the next topic of the day. The next article has been taken from today's The Hindu dated 7th of April 2026. The article is mentioning about the tuberculosis. So we will utilize this opportunity to revise basic points regarding the tuberculosis. So tuberculosis is an infectious disease. This is an infectious disease caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Mycobacterium tuberculosis. This is a bacterial infection. And it mainly affects lungs, called pulmonary TB. This can also affect bones, brain, lymph nodes. The transmission pattern of this disease is, it spreads through air droplets. You should remember this. It spreads through air droplets when an infected person coughs, sneezes or talks. And this is not spread by touching, food sharing or handshakes. This is an important point. It's only spread through droplets. And the common symptoms include persistent cough, beyond 2 weeks, fever and night sweats, and the weight loss, chest pain and blood and sputum. Sputum consists of saliva and mucus that comes from the deep respiratory tract. Okay, this is the common symptoms of this disease. So coming to the prevention part of this disease, this is BCG vaccine is given to the children at birth or within first year. This Bacillus Calmette-Guerin vaccine, this was developed by, Albert Calmette and Camille Guerin in the year 1921. Remember this factual information that BCG vaccine is given to those, tuberculosis, for tuberculosis prevention. Bacillus Calmette and Guerin, developed by Albert Calmette and Camille Guerin in the year 1921. The treatment includes long-term antibiotics, usually beyond, from 6 to 9 months. This, is the discussion regarding the tuberculosis. Let's now move on to the question regarding tuberculosis itself. Before we start discussing the question, there is a factual information that India had set earlier target of, eliminating TB by 2025 under the National Tuberculosis Elimination Program. But has India achieved this target? The answer is no. India reduced TB incidence by about 21% since 2015, but this is still far from elimination level. So this target has not been yet achieved. Let's now move on to the question regarding the tuberculosis. The question says, consider the following statements about the tuberculosis. The first statement says, it's caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Yes, this is a bacterial disease caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. The second statement says it spreads mainly through contaminated food and water. No, this statement becomes incorrect, as we just saw from the discussion that this does not spread through food sharing, touching, handshake. It only spreads through the air droplets when infected person coughs, sneezes and talks. So this statement becomes incorrect. The third statement says Bacillus Calmette and Guerin vaccine is used for the prevention. Yes, we just saw BCG vaccine. This was developed in 1921 by the two scientists Albert Calmette and Camille Guerin. This statement is correct. Fourth statement says India has set a target of to eliminate TB by 2025. Yes, this statement becomes factually correct, but India has not yet achieved this target. This statement is correct. So the correct statement question is asking about, statements given above are correct. Which of the following statements given above are correct? The correct statement becomes 1, 3 and 4 only. So with this, we come to the end of this discussion. Hope you enjoyed the discussion. Thanks for joining with TM classes. Have a nice day. Thank you so much.